A lot of Nigerians are not happy right now concerning what happened yesterday over there in Garoua, Cameroon, as the Super Eagles, who have been so scintillating while playing the group stage, they've crashed out against Carthage Eagles of Tunisia. It's a shock to a lot of Nigerians how that particular match ended 1-0. A lot of Nigerians are not happy at all. So painful. Well, I have in the studio two ladies who will be talking sports this hour with me in the person of Adama Mata. Good to have you, Adama. Okay, and for far away to my left-hand side is Ijoma Okibo. Good to have you.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Well, to let you know that 360 Sport is here on Trust TV. I am Adeniyi Ajishafe. Yesterday's match, Nigeria against Tunisia, so painful. It was as if what happened? What really happened? How did you see that game?
For me, it was a disappointing one anyway. You know, you can imagine a Nigerian side who had 100% record from the group stages coming to be defeated by a best loser. It's one of the third, you know, losing, how do I put it, the third loser or the best loser in the third, that's the Tunisian side. You know, remember Tunisia was also defeated by debutant Gambia, and Nigeria could not, you know, respond, you know, with a win or, you know, against Tunisia.
Okay, Ijoma, you're still talking concerning that particular game. A lot of Nigerians were not expecting that, looking at the fact that Tunisia managed to qualify, and then the same Tunisia bonded up. We won all our 3 matches. It was so disheartening to see, despite the fact that what happened, a lot of people just couldn't comprehend what happened yesterday. Would you say that was the players or this is not a time to put blame game now? It has happened, it's gone forever, but it's just painful that after doing so well at the group stage and we got to this place and just by like that Tunisia bundled us out.
Yeah, I'm not sure who to blame anyway, because if you remember, Nigeria had our coming up to the tournament was not, the preparation was not so good. You know, just that after the second game, a lot of people put so much expectation on the Super Eagles, and probably that's why we are really, really disappointed. If we had probably played Egypt in the last group game, maybe we might not have even won against Egypt, you know. But I would say kudos to the team, to Austin Guavon. You remember the general was sacked. Osimhen, we could not get Osimhen. Onachu, Emmanuel, Igalo, and all of that. So most of the strikers which we expected, you know, were not in that tournament, and so we just had to do with what we had. So we cannot also blame Austin Guavon. I think he tried his best. You know, he was just appointed to just see through the AFCON, not like he's been, you know, not like he's that real, what's the word I'm going to use now? He just tried to see them
as an interim coach.
As an interim coach, so he could just do his best. And
but really, what baffles me is the fact that we did well at the first match, second match, the third match, and then boom, it happened. If we say, okay, because we don't have those strikes, this is not the time to trade blames now. This is time to re-strategize, because we'll be playing against Ghana. Now, attention should be on Ghana now, because we are back. We are going to be coming back home for World Cup qualifier. That will be in March. Can we? From what we played yesterday, I saw that Eagles they played, but just that it's just football, you know. We couldn't make it, but it was a plan from Tunisia. They really held us through our wings. We could not operate easily, and it was a disaster. So painful. I really pity that Moses Simon. I saw him crying. I saw how he has really played this tournament, his performance so far. But it's painful because Nigerians expected us to scale through Tunisia for the fact that they managed to qualify. But we won all our games. It's just like an irony now. Okay, now Adama Mata, looking at that game yesterday, are you happy now? Are you happy at all?
To be honest with you, I had a sleepless night, and I agree with her on most of the things she said. I mean, doing so well from the last stage and winning to it, losing to a team that struggled to qualify was not a good thing, but. I think we have to take it from here. We need to concentrate on the next one. This is the team sports. No matter how good you are as an individual, by the end of the day, the team that plays better as a team will always win. So we need to have enough time for the camping so that the players can get to know each other well, so that whenever they're on the field, they'll play as a team.
And then we'll be facing Ghana in our qualifier. We know how painful it was for Ghana to be bundled on the group stage. And now both of us are wounded lions now. So, wounded Black Stars, wounded Eagles coming together to play for FIFA World Cup Qatar is going to be a way to Ghana for us before they come to Nigeria. From what happened now, Ijeoma, do you see us? Because a lot of people were beginning to say a lot of things, and you know, Nigerians, when we are doing so well, oh, Igbamon is the best. Yes. But since yesterday, I saw a lot of comments on different platforms. If they don't put the blame on the goalkeeper, it's either the coach or the players or whatever it is. But Nigerian Ghana, it must happen.
Yeah, it's going to be a very dicey game. Because just as you said, we are both wounded lions, and we cannot just come out of the AFCON.
Maybe we are even more wounded than Ghana now.
Yes, really, because ours was really so disappointing, really disappointing. Just as if we felt like a pack of cards. We just fell boom like that, you know. So Nigeria against Ghana. Now you know that both teams don't really have. Okay, Nigeria had appointed Yusuf Peseiro to begin after the AFCON, and now Ghanaian don't have a coach. They sacked Milovan. They have coach Milovan Rajevac. So both teams are, you know, we can say they are at par right now on their kind of situations. So we'll see when and what time Jose is going to take over with the team, and then who will be the substantive coach for the Ghanaian side. So both teams, just for them to go back to the drawing board, you know, probably begin campaign early and see how either of us can find our way to Qatar 2022.
A lot of Nigerians reacted after the game. Well, we'll still be waiting for that to come up. Waiting for the reactions of Nigerians there. For the way they reacted after the match that we lost against Tunisia. A 1-0 is always so painful. I still remember when we were still very young, they will tell you 3-0 you can be a 2-0, but 1-0 is always, you'll be like, I should have equalized. Yesterday, Nigerians were so hopeful that, in fact, I would say I was so hopeful that, yes, we are going to beat the Carthage Eagles. As the game started, I was like, what happened? We finished the first half for the 5 minutes, no goal came. Then at the 47th minute after the second half, the man, Sani or thereabout, came from nowhere. Yusuf Sani with that thunderous shot that beat our goalkeeper. Right now, I'm not blaming anyone for this match or tournament, but yesterday was a very painful one. Very painful, the fact that Nigerians expected Nigerian Super Eagles to carry the day. Looking at the antecedent at the AFCON, compared to Tunisia, who managed, they only got 3 points. And now, we are being, I'm not calling us scapegoat now, but they rode on our back now to play in the quarterfinals. So painful.
Yeah, really, absolutely painful. You know, just as you said, Tunisia, you can imagine, you know, Gambia beat them. Gambia debutants in this tournament, and they defeated them. You know, same as Mali too. So Tunisia just have 3 points, and then we have 9 points, 100% record. So it's really painful. And then the first half, you could see that we were not really creating as much chances. The first half, the team didn't really play like we saw them play in Egypt. Play against Egypt rather, and so it was the second half. 2 minutes into the game, the midfielders they were caught napping. They were nowhere, you know, to be around, and so that gave the Tunisian player an opportunity to score. Yeah, a lot of people blame Maduka, expecting him to have caught the goal, but
that goal was unexpected. Yeah, it was a very thunderous shot. It could have happened to any goalkeeper.
Really, we should just try cut him a slack. He's just 22-year-old. He will grow up.
2019 it was Daniel Akpe that we blamed. Yeah. 2022 now we are blaming Maduka Okoye. He's always on the goalkeepers. But somebody must make a mistake for something to happen. In football, you just have to commit. And now that's happened because, like someone asked, okay, if you are blaming Okoye, what about the defenders that were there before he made the shot? You understand? Yeah. So what about the people that were at the front before they allowed the ball to get to that place? So the whole team, let's not put blame game now. It has happened. All we need to do is now is to re-strategize and see what we can do concerning Nigeria and Ghana. Well, we've been looking at Nigerian Super Eagles versus Tunisia. So painful loss there. 1-0. Well, We hope we can get our acts together. Gabon also, they tried their best. They equalized, but they went out on penalty shootout. Courtesy of Burkina Faso scoring well. Good one for Burkina Faso. They will be facing Tunisia. We're supposed to be there. So painful. I'm not seeing green, white, green. And now let's move away from Super Eagles. We can't continue to be in sorrow. It has happened. Yes, you just have to talk about other sport. Let's go to basketball. Basketball happened over the weekend. Mark the Ball Championship for women final happened at the MK Abiola Stadium. A lot of games came up before the final where Nigerian Customs ladies, they won against First Bank, the Elephants of First Bank in that particular encounter. They are talking about the Mark the Ball Championship that took place at the MK Abiola Stadium. Looking at this competition, you were there, Martha. You saw the game, at least the winners and all the way they played. How would you rate the competition?
The competition, when talking about female basketball championship in Nigeria, we have about 16 female teams in that competition. So I will rate it high when I'm talking about female basketball championship in Nigeria. Having 16 female clubs playing in a single championship is good. It's good.
Yes. And for Nigerian Customs, back-to-back now, they've won it. They defeated the Elephant of First Bank. And when I saw those ladies, I was tilting towards Elephants because of the way they look so athletic. But, you know, sport is always so unpredictable. How would you rate Nigerian Customs girls?
The Nigerian Customs, okay, talking about the two things, they are of the same standard. But the Nigerian Customs girls, they put a lot of good defense. And they also have a lot of about 6 experienced players. We have Josette, we have Kim, and we have Favor on the team. They are actually good players and they have experience.
Okay, and I think from the way it is, the competition brought about 16 teams.
Yes.
That's this Kada Queens or Kada Stars. They came third. Yes. 500,000 or something. How do you see those girls? Because I saw happiness in their faces. Yes. The fact that they have a platform to compete in basketball.
Yes. Okay, yeah, it's actually a new beginning for the female championship in Nigeria, because the last female championship, if I could remember, was in 2018. So if you have such things, number one, the players will get rusted. You can't even discover new talent because there's no tournament. So they were so happy coming back to the game again after a few years. Yeah, it was a new thing.
And now the men's own is actually started. It started also on Sunday, and they said about 38. It will run till April. I think this is a fantastic move for Mark the Ball to allow Nigerian basketballers to have something doing, because when you train and you don't have platform to compete, you get one out. Yeah, you get one out. Yeah. And for basketball in Nigeria, we just have to get it right. Nigerian Tigers, we know so far what they are facing concerning issue of money and all that, and also Nigerian professional basketballers playing in Nigeria. They need platform like this to showcase their talent. Were you a former basketballer?
Yes, actually, I was a point guard to the custom female team.
Seriously? Oh, yes. Now I see the way it's coming from. A point guard. Okay, good one there. Yes. We've been reviewing looking at the Mark the Ball Championship that took place at the MK Abiola Stadium, the finals for women, where the Customs lady did well. They won that event there and got away with $1 million. Good one there. We always want to let you know out there, if you are a sportsman, always do your best. You never can tell if sport could be the one to put food on your table. Sport is always business. Don't take it as just a training or exercise. It's really an employer of labor. We've been talking concerning that competition. We were there. Let's look at how it went down at Mark the Ball competition. If you are ready for that particular clip there, Mark the Ball competition took place at MK Abiola Stadium, where the women, the Customs, they were able to win the competition. And we'll be giving you that as the show continues. And now let's quickly move away and look at the result as it went down in the MPFL match day 8 results quickly. We have Lobby Stars pipped Eyimba by a long goal in that particular encounter. Aqua United, it was goalless against Sunshine Stars at Goswell Akpabio Stadium. Kano Pillars, they also pipped MFM by a long goal. Good one for the Segida there. And Abia Warriors, it was 1-0 draw against Imamam Pakabo team versus Dakada. 1-1 draw there, 1-0 draw rather. Wiki Tourists, defeated Plateau United 2-1. Nasarawa United also pipped Katsina United, courtesy of Chamazu, who scored that goal there. Good one for those teams that played. And if you look at the table, the way this table is standing right now, despite the fact that some matches will be coming up today, but let's look at the MPFL match day 8 table as it stands right now. Lemon Stars are still topping in that particular table there. Lemon Stars are still topping in the MPFL match day 8 table. We have that table there quickly. Let's look at how it is. Eyimba lost that game against Lobby Stars. Very painful. Eyimba lost, but for Eyimba, Finidi George versus Eddie Drombraye, 2 stars, former stars of Nigeria, who could not get there. For Eyimba, they tried, but they couldn't get their ass together. When you look at MPFL, it's getting more interesting. Despite the fact that AFCON was going on, at least we are playing our own league. Our only was ongoing. At least now we can focus on our league. Nigeria is... But I love the fact that yesterday matches were played, and a lot of people came out to watch those matches. You have Eyimba losing by a long goal to Lobby Stars. A lot of people, anytime you want to play Eyimba, you are extra careful.
Yeah, absolutely, that's right. You know, Eyimba losing, I'd expected them to at least pick a point, you know, considering that sort of a team in the MPFL, knowing their precedence at the continental competitions, and then with Finidi George as their coach, I expected them to have picked at least a point there in Makurdi. But fine, it's all good. It's what we see in the Nigerian PFL. A lot of teams are coming up. You can imagine Remo Stars, who are currently topping the league. But of course, we're not going to expect that for a very long time, because it's Remo Stars. Of course, there's Eyimba. They could always, you know, come up. Yeah, but it's great to see what's going on with the Nigerian professional football league. Great talent, great competition so far. And if you look at MPFL, MPFL seems to be, that's our apex league in Nigeria. And well, we know that there's always an issue here and there at times, but the fact that we have our own league running, having some support, sponsor and all that is a good omen for Nigerian football. Yeah. Right, Martha? Yes,
that's actually a great achievement. I mean, just like you said, the AFCON was going on, and we still have the National League going on, and people were actually following the league. That was actually a good thing. Now we have more sponsors that will actually bring, develop the game more, because for example, the younger players will now have people to look up to, and they want to be in the team maybe in the next few years. So we'll have more talents. If our league is growing, of course, we're going to have more talents and more players joining our local league in future. And it's very important, because usually when you have like what happened yesterday, like I said, team sport is team sport. When you have more people connected during the play, believe me, you will take it. So if we have more players growing from our national league, and assuming if we have like about, let me say, almost all the players yesterday growing from our league, even if they have gone abroad to play and they are coming home to play together, believe me, the connection will be faster and better, because they knew each other right from
the league.
Yeah, from the league. So I think it's a good thing for us
to have our league always running there. We also have Nigerian Women Football League running. A good one there. We're coming from Martha and also Ijeoma. They've been talking sport with me in the studio on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. Now, let's quickly move away. Now, let's take some results over there in Europe. We just have to touch this. A lot of fans are out there too. As we're talking Nigeria, some people also want to hear about the foreign league. Now, let's look at some of the results as it went down over there in Europe. From English Premier League, a good one for Chelsea. Battle of London. They defeated Tottenham Hotspur by 2-0. The man who didn't go to AFCON, Ziyech, he was there scoring one of the goals there. Quickly, Watford lost at home against Norwich City. A lot of people are happy because Watford lost for not releasing Dennis Emmanuel for Nigeria. Okay, Everton against Aston Villa. 1-0, good one for Everton. Aston Villa rather. Winning away was a good one for them. Brentford, they lost 1-2 to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Leeds United also lost at home. West Ham United, Manchester United did well by pipping them by a long goal at Manchester City. The team team that have been running away with the league. Right now, they play draw. Well, a lot of people that follow Man City are not happy. They want them to also win that game. But Southampton tried their best at the St. Mary's Stadium, and they held them to a 1-1 draw. Arsenal, goalless against Burnley. Liverpool, without Salah, without Mane, they did well. 3-1 against Crystal Palace, defeating that team at their own home. Leicester City, they drew against Brighton. They are missing Iheanacho and Ndidi. Well, Chelsea did well. Battle of London at the Stamford Bridge. The bridge did not collapse as it ended in favor of the Blues. 2-0. They did well there. Good one for Chelsea. I think when you look at this kind of game, you'll be like, wow, the result. When you look at Tottenham versus Chelsea, anytime they face them, it's always very difficult. But Chelsea winning 2-0, silencing them just at peace. I use the word at peace for that game.
Yeah, good one for Chelsea, because now they've reduced the number of points that Man City is well ahead. I think they're about 10 points now away from Man City, you know, who is about 57 or thereabout on the logo, I guess. You know, so it's a good one for Chelsea, you know, and just I feel a bit too sad for Tottenham, because I can imagine how much Antonio Conte is contributing to the team, how much he's putting on, and then we have a player like what's his name now, the striker,
Lukaku.
No, for Tottenham.
Okay, Harry.
Yeah, Harry Kane. You know, I feel a bit sad for Harry Kane too, because I can imagine how much he's not getting the goals and all that, you know. So it's good.
Frustration could come in.
Really, absolutely. But also a great one for Chelsea. Chelsea have been top on the league for a while now, and then they had to drop down second and third. So them coming back, I think it's a good effort for them.
Now, Manchester City, they drew against Southampton. A lot of people never expected that because of the way they were beating everyone. And now they drew 1-1. Martha, we do have rated him to win that game yesterday. That is Manchester City. But now they drew.
Like, you can't really say that, because I think you said earlier that this is sports. Sometimes you expect that teams should win. As you're trying to move forward, the other thing also is that actually planning their strategy to see how they can either win you. So
strategy of Southampton went well against Manchester City. Well, looking at the APL now, quickly, let's look at the top 6 so far. English Premier League top there. Manchester City are carrying the day. They are not dropping it at all. Despite dropping 2 points, they were still able to do it. The top 6, you just have to give kudos to them. Manchester City, well, Liverpool are trailing. Also, the teams like West Ham, Arsenal, they are all trailing. Talking about the APL there. Well, matches are played over the weekend. And quickly, we'll move away. We'll talk about La Liga Santander. Matches will also play. Real Madrid, Barcelona. You just have to look at those results. Tempting result. Barcelona won away against Alaves. You have to give it up to a match that got Real Madrid there almost losing against Elche. 2-2. It ended there. A good one for Real Madrid. They tried their best by holding back, getting 2-2 in that game. Rayo Vallecano, they lost against Atletico Bilbao in an away game. So Sociedad goalless against Getafe. Real Betis 4-1 against Espanyol in that particular game. Good one for Real Betis. Sevilla, they drew 2-2 against Celta de Vigo, while Valencia lost at the Wanda Metropolitano Estadio by 3-2. Good one for Atletico there. Diego Simeone guys really did well. Granada lost at home against Osasuna. And you have Real Madrid, that was the icing on the cake because they were trailing, but they came back and they were able to do it. 2-2, it ended. And if you transfer that to the table now, looking at the way it is, Madrid are really still not dropping the button. They are topping the table there. Looking at the Spanish La Liga table, well, if we can have that, let's quickly move away to Italia Serie A now. Italia Serie A matches, a lot of matches will also play over the weekend, where you have to look at those results in the Italia Serie A. Now we have Hellas Verona defeating Bologna, and Genoa against Udinese ended goalless. Empoli, Roma, they did well. Jose Mourinho is a smiling man right now. 4-2, it ended in favor of Roma. AC Milan against Juventus ended goalless. That was a fantastic game that people were waiting for. Who will win that game at the Giuseppe Meazza? It ended goalless. Lazio Atalanta also ended goalless. The two focus team matches rather for the Serie A for this weekend. Lazio Atalanta goalless. AC Milan, Juventus also goalless, but Roma 4-2, good one for them. Napoli defeated Salernitana 4-1, and it was a good one for Inter Milan, who defeated Venezia by 2-1 in that particular encounter. They are transferring that to German Bundesliga, quickly giving you the result as it went down in Germany. Eintracht Frankfurt lost at home against Arminia Bielefeld, 2-0 there. Bayer Leverkusen, it was a spanking 5-1 against Augsburg. You give it up to Greuther Fürth, who won 2-1 against Mainz 05. 1848 Bochum 2-2 against FC Cologne, while Wolfsburg lost away to RB Leipzig. Good one for Leipzig there. They show their class. Bayern Munich, the team that will never ever drop the baton of winning the Bundesliga, they won 4-1 against Hertha Berlin. You just have to give it up to Union Berlin, who won away. Union Berlin 2-1 against Borussia Mönchengladbach in that particular encounter there. 2-0 also for Freiburg against Stuttgart as it went down in German Bundesliga. And quickly we look at French League One also. Matches were played. 1-0 from Lyon against Etienne, and you have PSG. It was a good one for Sergio Ramos, the man that used to play for Real Madrid. Finally, he scored his first goal for PSG, and he was so happy. 4-0 against Reims. They did well there, 3-2. And you have Montpellier against Monaco there, 3-2. It ended in favor of Montpellier. 4-0 for PSG. And you have some teams that won away. Marseille, OGC Nice, and you have to give it up to Bordeaux, who gave, it was a goal rush there, 4-3, 7-goal thriller between Bordeaux and Strasbourg. Those are the matches in Europe quickly, as we just projected those games quickly now for you. Now, before I will let you go, ladies in the house, let's look at, briefly before you go, Nigeria and Ghana will be coming up. And from the way it is, do you see us qualifying? Ijoma?
Ghana.
You're smiling.
Well, of course, everyone has a chance. If we're able to do our homework well, if we're able to probably assemble the right guys, you know, get as much, if we can get Osimhen back, if it's possible to us to get Emmanuel Dennis and all that, I guess we can.
You guess we can?
Yes, I guess we
well,
can.
You are not too sure. What about you, Martha?
Yes, I agree with her. But very important, we need to start our program, our campaign early.
So that we can qualify.
Have enough time. I like the quality of the players. They are good. We just need to
get
together early and get connected.
Good one there, coming from Adama Mata and Ijoma Okibo. The ladies have really kept my company on the show. 360 Sport on Trust TV. Do not forget to join all our social media platforms. I am Adini Ajishafe, as we always say, sport is business and fitness. Thanks for watching.